भाव सागर तारन कारण है, रविनंदन वंदन खंडन है। शरणागत किंकर वीत मने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। हृदि कांदर तामस भास्कर है, तुमी विष्णु प्रजापति शंकर है। पर ब्रह्मा परात पर वेद बने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। मन बारन शासन अंकुश है, नर त्राण तरे हरि खुश है। गुण गान परायण देवगणे, गुण गान परायण देवगणे। गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। खोल कुंडलिनी घुम भंजक है, हृदय ग्रंथि विदारन कारक है। मम मानस चंचल रात्रि दिने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। रिपुसूदन मंगल नायक है, सुख शांति बरा भयदायक है। त्रयताप हरे तब नाम गुने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। अभिमान प्रभाव मर्दक है, गोटिहीन जने तुमी रक्षक है। चित शंकित वंचित भक्ति रने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। ओम तव नाम सरास साधक है, पतिता धम मानव पावक है। महिमा तब गोचर शुद्ध मने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। जय सद्गुरु ईश्वर प्रापक है, भवरोग विकार विनाशक है। मन जैन रहे तब श्री चरणे, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। ओम गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। Om. Namaste and good morning. What a beautiful sight. We see the crane going next to the water and he's having his breakfast there. That is the nature at play. What a beautiful morning here in Jamaica, Queens, New York. It's raining. It's lots of rain from Hurricane Elsa passing through here, but nothing should stop us from doing our duties. That whether it's rain or it's freezing cold or it's sun and hot, it is all, we just have to adjust to all these changes, and that is life. You know, we come into a world, we know that we wouldn't last forever, but while we're here, we have a task to perform to ourselves and to society. Swami Parameshananda would have said it nicely. What is the goal of life? Self-realization, universal emancipation. And then he would have said, what is religion? Self-sacrifice, self-abnegation, self-discipline, adherence to truth and countenance. These are things that we have to keep in mind that is guiding us. You know, when we let go and allow, what? Letting go what? Letting go this, the lower nature of God, His manifestation. But we let go of that because we know it's an illusion. We know it's His play, His leela, His drama. And when we let go, what would happen? You know what will happen? Then we will become like God. Because here we are, we're looking at all of this. The 5 elements, let us worship them in this mandir. This is the greatest mandir, isn't it? Bustling water, And here we're standing on Mother Earth. Let us worship Mother Earth because she's the provider. She's sustaining us. Water. Here's the water. Beautiful. Without water we can survive, or any of these elements, because they're in us in right proportions. Fire. That today we know that the sun is up there. Here we see the light. But there's the sun also. It's there behind the clouds. It's not that the sun is not up and the fire is not there, but we don't see it here. So you see the trees are being shaken, the wind is blowing. I have my umbrella, I have to hold it at a certain angle, otherwise it will get blown away. And then what we do, we go into space. That beyond all of this, our Earth atmosphere, we go into space. And because of that space, the biggest and the most powerful subtle element, that is what is keeping us in our orbit. And what is doing all of that? That sun, the power of the sun. We are rotating. Imagine, we think that our Earth is not moving, but it's moving around the sun. And as it's moving around the sun, two things are happening. Moving around the sun, and it's constantly in rotation. Imagine two things are happening, but we are not aware of that. But of the gravitational pull, everything is in space. Okay, so this way, this morning, let us pay adorations to Lord Shiva. Nagendra Haraya Trilochanaya Basmangaragaye Namaheshwaraya Nityaye Shudhaye Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraye Namah Shivaya Mandakini Salila Chandana Charchitaya Nandishwar Pramata Nata Maheshwaraya Mandara Pushpa Bahu Pushpa Supujitaya Tasmai Makaraye Namah Shivaya Shivaya Gauri Vadanara Suryaya Daksha Dvaranashakaya Sri Nilakanta Brashdvajaya Tasmai Shikaraye Namah Shivaya Yaksha Swarupaya Jatad Vashishta Kumbho Dava Gautamaraya Muninda Devar Chitteshekaraya Chandrakra Vaishvarana Lochanaya Tasmai Vakaraye Namah Shivaya Yaksha Swarupaya Jatadharaya Pinakahastaya Sanatanaya Divyaye Devaya Digambaraya Tasmaya Karaye Namah Shivaya Panchaksharmidam Punyam Ye Pati Chaivas Nanidhau Shivalokam Vapnoti Shivena Sahamodite Jai Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara Shiva Shankara Shankara Jai Girijapati Bhavani Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho Jai Girijapati Bhavani Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Prabhu Nama Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Prabhu Nama Shivaya Adoration to Bhagwan Shankara Shiva. Lord Shiva Sada Shiva Samarambam Sankacharya Madhyamam Asmaracharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Pranavanandam. You know, in the beginning, O Lord Shiva, you existed as the most powerful thing, but you didn't have a form, you didn't have a name, you were consciousness. And so is Krishna Bhagwan, Swami Parameshananda ji. You all came from that Mother Durga place, the Christ, the Buddha. You all came from that place, and out of your will, you took a form and you took a name, so you could relate to us, your creation. And then you come, and then you set things right back again. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata avyutanam dharmasya taratmanam srijamyam Paritranaya sarunam vinashachaya dushkritam dharma samstapanartaya shambhavani juge juge. Oh, you keep coming, and one of the coming that you have, the form that you take, is the form of Swami Parameshananda ji. And for us at the BHARAT SEVASHRAM saying, let me ask you, devotees, who do you pray to? I pray to Swami Parameshananda ji, because why? I have the conviction that he is a manifestation of consciousness, God in his highest form. Who do you pray to? Is your God? I'm sure that if you really meditate on the God, the Christ, the Buddha, and the gods that you pray to, these are the gurus. These are not human gurus. These are God. These are gods. You know, we have. You might go to a Swamiji or Puniji, and they say, Puniji, I want you to be my guru. Well, that's the guru also, but that guru, he has to lead you to the higher guru, because he is also on the path, but he might have known, take up that responsibility. But the true guru is the one who has the experience, who came from that manifestation of consciousness. Get a guru like that, and when you have one like that, then you're great. For me, Swami Parameshananda is that kind of guru, because what happened, he can do miracles. He can snatch you out of mundane life. He can put you at the right place at the right time, meeting the right people to do his work. He can communicate it during meditations, like the forest of the men, when they were deep in meditation, they got the message. What? The message of the Vedas, and then it was recorded, and then in the Puranas, and then they came again. This manifestation came as Bhagwan Sri Ram, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, and then what they give us? The BHARAT, and they give us the Ramayana, the books, the histories. But the greatest of all is the modern day gurus. When these modern day, Swami Parameshananda came, and he was a practical among men. That he came and to lift up everyone, because he saw himself in all of God's creation. Little by little, I could say I'm getting that feeling, because dwelling with monks in Kolkata, like great souls like Swami Arupananda ji, that he was a realized soul, and he became like a baby, childlike. And so many, Swami Buddhananda ji of the BHARAT SEVASHRAM saying, these are all great souls, that when you be in their company, then you shed all this scavenging, looking for little pleasures here and there, by consuming unnecessary things and eating food that doesn't really contribute to your spiritual growth. So this morning, I've said a lot, but here, let us all close with a nice bhajan, okay? Let us try to do some the bhakti, because when you sing and you're totally engrossed in it, do you realize that you're not thinking about anything that would disturb you? Which means that if you don't think about, if you think good things, you're going to speak good things, and you're going to do good things. But if you don't have God in your mind, and you're scavenging for little pleasure, you'll be thinking bad, you'll be speaking bad, and you'll be acting bad. Let us all sing this bhajan. Jo to mitana chahe जीवन के कृष्णा, जो तो मिटाना चाहे जीवन के कृष्णा, सबहु श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण, सबहु श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण, कृष्ण नाम पावन पावन, कृष्ण नाम प्यारा प्यारा, जो न बोले कृष्णा कृष्ण का धर्म क्या माने, चाहे अगर उजियारा जो न बोले कृष्णा, सबहु श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण, जिसको मिले ना फिरा सुख का मरम क्या जाने, जो न धाये कृष्णा कृष्ण, जग में वो हारा हारा, मन का मिटे अंधियारा, जो न बोले कृष्णा, सबहु श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण, छोड़ दे भटकना डर डर, तोड़ दे अहम का जीरा, भूल जा जगत के वैभव, जो को है कडेरा, फिर क्यों मारा मारा जो न बोले कृष्णा सबहु श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण सबहु श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण Om. Wow, I hope you're feeling good. I hope that you feel that deluge of happiness coming to you, bliss rather, and please sustain it. Keep chanting the Lord's name and avoid thoughts that weaken you. When you avoid thoughts that weaken you, what happens? You will always be happy. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. Bolo Sisi Guru Maharaj ki Jai.